Hello and greetings from Northumberland on the 7th of October. It's another dark morning, but we're promised a better day than we've had a couple of days ago at least. In our reading, our gospel reading from Luke chapter 11, we get this picture that Jesus has of the person knocking at the door of a friend who eventually gives him what he wants just to get rid of him. And then Jesus says, "Ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you." And of course, in some ways it would be easy to say this is just about asking God for what we want and plaguing God for what we want. So God gets exasperated with us and sends us away with what we want. It's like we were teenagers and God is a parent, and just as teenagers nag at their parents and grandparents to get what they want, so this works with God as well. This can't be true. Instead, I think Jesus is saying that our life of prayer, which he'd exemplified in the Lord's Prayer yesterday, is something that needs to be consistent. We need to be constantly building our relationship with God. I spoke in my sermon yesterday at church about the idea of saying the Lord's Prayer morning and evening, and that expanding into the offices that we say, like the daily prayer that I'll record in a moment and share with you. But that expanded in the life of the church to the whole church, trying to pray morning and evening. And that was Cranmer's great contribution when he produced the Book of Common Prayer, because before that, the offices of the church in a monastic setting had expanded more and more, so that there were offices for all the hours of the day, not every hour literally, but every segment of the day, every 3 hours or so, there was a time to pray. And that was a great thing. But it probably wasn't possible for every Christian in secular life and working life to do that. Cranmer condensed it into morning and evening. Some people would say it would be better to call it morning and night prayer, and Cranmer's Evensong had elements of evening prayer and night prayer combined together. And so we are set a pattern of prayer, a pattern of prayer that shows that we are serious as Christians. We all have different amounts of time. Last night I was very late at an engagement and got home very late, and I posted rather than recorded a prayer. We all have different circumstances. But what God is calling us to do, and what Jesus is telling us to do, is to be constant in our prayer, offering prayer, at least morning and night, and building that relationship with God day by day. May God bless us in this and help us to be closer to him.